Some people see it as just this warehouse venue where you go every now and again. Some people see it as a second home. Some people see it as, their safe, secure space where they'll go for a night out because it's their favourite place or whatever. And I guess, again, it's whatever you want it to be. We're not trying to push it as anything really. It's a bare bones, basic warehouse space.
It means that we as musical people have a great space to explore our passions.
And when you're in here, you're part of the family, do you know what I mean? So we try to make everyone feel welcome. It don't matter. As long as your mentality is right, you're not a dickhead, you can come here and it's fine.
Grassroots music venues are literally like you can't go from being some guys who want to I want to play some music together to Metallica. There's all of these steps that you need to go to. Sheffield's very, very lucky in the respect that because it's an old industrial city, I feel like one of the reasons it's so blessed with venues is that a lot of the venues are old industrial units, which are echoes of its industrial past. People can afford and are able to put on smaller, independently run venues like Dryad, like Hope Works, and it all creates the scene. There is no scene without music venues.
There is a line between a nightclub or a club and a grassroots music venue. And a grassroots music venue, I don't think the main purpose or the main goal is earning money. I think it's a lot more of a community vibe. There's a lot more community aspect to it. So, you've got people from all walks of life basically coming together to try and achieve one common goal, really. And I guess that's where grassroots music venues are important, because we are that platform, that initial base for things to grow. I think that we are that, then you just have an almost corporate nightlife.
Live music has been one of the hardest hit parts of the cultural and
Before
business
the pandemic,
landscape,
in
but with
Britain, live
restrictions
music
being
was a
lifted,
booming
new
billion-pound
campaigns
industry.
Some of the biggest names in British music have written to the culture secretary, warning him that hundreds of thousands of jobs in the live music
Mixing with
industry
other
are
households
at
in
risk.
inside homes or
1,500 artists say the government needs to act to
The
save
live
what they call
industry get
back on its
feet.
world's leading business.
It was all kind of just happening as it happened. I went from having a year's worth of gigs booked, including a 2020 Easter European tour with a 2020 European tour, like an entire year's worth of exciting things booked up. It was just unsurprisingly bang, 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 bang.
Right, everything's stopped. At the end of the day, it all boiled down to money. We've not been around that long, so trying to prove to the Arts Council why we were viable is what they were saying. Proved quite difficult, even though we exist and it's real, and they could have come and seen it, and there's hundreds of people that could vouch for it.
You had to be established per se, like legitimately, for I think it was a minimum of 3 years. And because Dryad was only, let's say, 8 months old approximately, it didn't fit into what has been decided to be legitimate. Now, naming no names, there were certain people around the country who were established, but these people were really big established brands that got 7 figures from the government.
You know what I mean? It was kind of like, yeah, but there's all these other places that get way more people through the door than you, way more money, so they need supporting, and we're just like, all right, sound. We're just, how much does that make? And if we give you money, when are you going to give it us back? The more I looked into it, we tried to do it and tried to get his head around it. We sent an application off, it got rejected. As a grassroots music venue trying to recover a little bit of culture, we got excluded from. So we kind of got a little bit disheartened with that and thought, all right then, so if we're not viable in the government's eyes and, we don't qualify for Arts Council stuff, what can we do?
So the situation that Dryad was in was sink or swim. So the only way to do that was to launch a crowdfunder, essentially.
And that was a proper turning point for us in COVID. That were probably one of the most positive things to come out. They actually give a fuck about what we're doing, and they want to support it, and they want us to keep doing it. And I'm just like, right then, let's do it then. Literally, it gave us that little kick up arse that we needed, man.
And if it wasn't for that, the venue wouldn't be existing right now. And it's got such a community spirit behind it because we are allowed to do crazy things as speakers there.
And I guess that common goal is just networking and people being people, really.
And that's the great thing, is all the people that reside there, that's probably the best way to describe it, we're all friends, we all help each other out, and we all have equipment, and we all look after each other. We're all in this together. It's unity. I'd like to think that's the beauty of what I do. It's not just about the music, it's about everything that surrounds it.
Yeah, I own the place, but I don't really do it for myself. You know what I mean? The satisfaction that I get from this place is what other people get from it. That's the beauty of these spaces, man. It's whatever you want it to be.